Sup nerds, here's my Galaxy Mirage deck profile updated for post special limited card set. And don't forget guys, this deck isn't real, it can't hurt you. Starting off with our Tamas, we are playing 4 Sunmon from EX5. So this is using the Galaxy engine. Obviously these cards are all insanely broken. The only issue with Galaxy is Grace Nova is kind of a mediocre boss monster, but Inheritable is your turn once per turn. When an effect places the top card of the Digimon in its sources, the Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand with the Evo cost reduced by 1. This comes up quite often. Most of the time you're evoing into your second level 4 for 1 memory and then gaining the memory back. So like you will effectively promote a rookie and then have a level 4 on the field, having searched and drawn a bunch of cards and have the same memory you started with, if not more. Not playing any other Tamas. Starting off with our rookies, playing 4 Coronamon from EX5. Does evo on top of our Tama. Start your main phase if you have a Tamer with the Light Fang or Nightclaw trait, gain 1 memory. We're only playing one of those Tamers. This will come up quite often once you see the Tamer. And then the main Inheritable is the best thing. It's so stupid. Once per turn, by placing the top card of the Digimon with the Light Fang or Nightclaw trait as the Digimon's bottom source, gain 2 memory. So that will obviously trigger your Tama. This is optional, so like you can choose not to do it and wait until a better time is, but very, very stupid. The Inheritable is the best part of this card. And then we have a better version of this, Lunamon. Can also evolve on top of our Tama. Start your main phase by returning one of your Digimon to the hand, gain 2 memory. This is really stupid for recycling stuff. You can just promote it and bounce itself if you already have stuff on the field and you just want to get extra memory for your turn. And then the Inheritable is the same as the Corona. A very, very dumb engine. This is definitely the best one. It's also the one that you can play out of your sources with all of your top end effects. So this is one you want to see in your raising area, or like in your stacks, I should say. And that is actually it. We're just playing 8 rookies. I'll explain later, I guess. Besides Floodgates, I don't see a reason to play anything else in this deck, and I chose to cut Floodgates completely for just other cards in the deck. So onto our level 4s. We're playing 4 Firemon. These guys can obviously evolve on top of either one of our rookies on play or when digivolving, so that's really important. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Light Fang trait and 1 with the Nightclaw or Galaxy trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. And Inheritable is your turn plus 2000 DP. So the reason why this is on play is important is because you can just hard play one of these guys, one of the reasons, and then promote this on the next turn and then put this back in your hand and evo on top of this to get even more searches. Like that's one of the dumb combos you can do, as well as like playing these guys out free. This guy you can't play out for free with any of your effects, but the next guy you can. For Lekismon, same thing as the Firemon, except for it's the inverse effect where it searches the opposite things, but there's still one of each, and then its opponent's turn plus 2k. This guy you can play out with other effects from your top end for free. Really, really dumb engine. Your hand is thick AF once you get going. Then we were playing 4 Gaogamon, also really stupid. This guy can evo on top of either one of our rookies because of this bracket here. When digivolving, both players draw 1 card from their decks. Then if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, or the Digimon has 3 or more sources, gain 1 memory. The normal combo of promoting a rookie and then evoing into one of the searching level 4s and then triggering this to tuck and then evoing to this guy for 1 memory off the Tama will naturally let you gain 1 memory. And once you're past like turn 2, your opponent's basically always going to have at least 8 cards in their hand, so like you'll always gain memory off that part as well. And the Inheritable, jamming, really cool. This is a Nightclaw trait. All of the blue cards are Nightclaw and the reds are Light Fang. I don't know why I can't say that, but that is it. We're just playing 12 of these guys. Getting jamming on your stacks is really cool for just swinging at your opponent for lots of damage. On to the level 5s. We are playing we're playing 2 Flaremonts. Does evo on all of our level 4s. When this card will be played or digivolved into, if you have a Digimon with 3 or more sources and the Light Fang or Nightclaw trait, reduce the play or evo cost by 2. So what's cool is it doesn't have to be the stack that you're evoing on top of. Sometimes you'll have just like a stack on the field, like you'll have another level 5, I guess I should say, to where like it has 3 or more sources, and then you just evo on top of a different stack for cheaper just because you already have that other stack. It's really cool. Super stupid, but cool. And then on play / when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. This is cool for popping Floodgates. Also, I wanted to play 2 of these just so you could have a level 5 on the other end that you could search. I just wanted to have more search targets in the deck. And then we're also, the Inheritable is the same as all the other reds, is plus 2000 DP on your turn. And then you guys already saw it. 4 Cressamon. It does the same reduction thing that the other guy does. What was his name? Flareamon. I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. On play play/when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't suspend, so it stuns one of your opponent's things. Really cool for stalling out games or keeping your opponent from doing things to you if you're still trying to set up. And then opponent's turn, plus 2000 DP. And then we are playing even more level 5s, except for these are not in engine. We're playing 2 Huan-kun from EX6. This can only evo on top of our blue level 4s, but we have 8 of those, and we can always tuck the red to get access to a blue level 4 if we need to. This card is really dumb. On play or when digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 blue Digimon card from one of your blue Digimon sources without paying the cost. So that is only the Lunamon for people that are keeping track, which is the best one, like I said, so it's cool to be able to recycle that. And then you can just start evoing on top of that stack. It's really stupid. And then the inheritable is even better. When attacking, once per turn by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom source, unsuspend this Digimon. So it's an extra swing, fair and balanced. And then we're playing 2 Zudomon Aces from BT14. On play/when digivolving, trash any 2 sources from your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their Digimon with no sources to the hand. I just really wanted to play ace targets at this level. There's a really cool interaction that I'll go over once I get to the cards that you can do with this guy, which I really liked, and once I saw that interaction, I was like, I'm definitely playing this card. That is it. We're playing 10 ultimates. On to our megas. We're playing 4 of Please Ban This Card Bandai, a BT11 MirageGaogamon. When digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand. If no Digimon was returned by this effect, your opponent adds a top card of their security stack to their hand. Fair and balanced. All turns, once per turn, when an effect adds cards to your opponent's hand, gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. Are real dumb, so ridiculous. Please limit and or ban this card, Bandai. Extremely unfair and degenerate. Having said that, if they're not going to hit it, I mean, you might as well take advantage of it, right? Best mega to go into. It's a floodgate on legs in addition to burning a security or just removing a body. Kind of ridiculous. And then we are playing 2 Hexablau from EX7. Security attack +1 and Ice Clad, which means if it battles a non-security Digimon, it compares sources instead of DP. So it lets you just beat over things that are bigger than you if they block you or they're foolish enough to block you. When digivolving, trash any 4 sources under your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with sources, you can return one of their tamers to the bottom of the deck. Actually, it's not can. I shouldn't say that. It's not optional. It does bot deck a tamer. Then opponent's turn, none of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer sources as this Digimon can suspend. So that means they have to have more sources in their Digimon in order to even turn it sideways on their turn, which is really stupid. Very cool card to go into. And then something super cute that you can do. 2 Ryugamon from BT19. So this has decode, which is a new keyword from BT19, or 2.0, I guess. So decode level 5. So that means when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than in battle, you may play 1 level 5 blue Digimon card from its sources without paying the cost. So it floats into a level 5 in its sources, which is really cool. And then when digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower blue Digimon card from this Digimon sources without paying the cost. So that lets you play these guys if you're so inclined, although I would much rather play these guys and get more searches, whatever. Or you can play the Lunamon out. A very cool card. And then end of your turn, once per turn, by returning one of your Digimon to the bottom of the deck, return one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or lower a level as it to the bottom of the deck. So that combined with decode lets you do a lot of really stupid things because you'll float into your level 5 after bot decking one of their 6s or lower if you target itself. So the interaction I was talking about is you can Zudomon, Evo into Ryugamon, and then if you have like a level 4 you can play out, you can do that, and then end of turn you can bot deck this guy to bot deck one of their guys, decode, the Zudomon ace comes back out, and the Zudomon can bounce something else after stripping 2 more sources. Really cool interaction, something I wanted to point out. Very cute. Also, this guy just is a sticky body. It's good against decks that have an easy time removing you from the field. Seeing this guy is nice. And then we are playing some of the Galaxy cards, because why not? 1 Apollomon. So this is a searchable level 6, which is nice. When digivolving, Blitz, and then your turn for every 3 cards on the Digimon sources, the Digimon gains security attack +1. Your turn once per turn. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. This guy's probably always going to be relatively large. Obviously, he's 12k default, but he will usually be 14 or 16 when you swing with him. He will most likely have jamming, so the checks don't matter, but the DP will matter for his deletion effect. And you can actually do that without even swinging because Mirage can bounce a security, because that's fair. And then we are playing one Diana. Diana's pretty cool. It's the only blocker in the deck. The defense of this deck is just how stupid it is. But when Digivolving / when attacking once per turn, for each of this Digimon's sources, trash any one source card from one of your opponent's Digimon. Then until the end of your opponent's turn, all Digimon with no sources can't suspend. And then all turns once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon's sources are trashed, unsuspend this Digimon. So something you can potentially do if they have something with sources, you can swing with something, like swing with your 5 if it has jamming, and then go into this, unsuspend, and then swing again. Or, not to go into too many combos, but like it could potentially be this guy swinging, and then you can use your Tamer to evo into this for free, and then unsuspend, swing again, yada yada. Really stupid things. And that is it. We were playing 10 level 6s. And now for the level 7s, and this is the first change to the deck that I'm sure you guys will start seeing now that we have the new set. 2 Gabu Bond of Friendships. So it has 14,000 DP, 8 to hard play, evos for 3, which is really nice. It can evo for 2 on top of a Gabumon, but we're not playing any, so we'll disregard that. On play / when Digivolving, return 2 of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer sources as this Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So because of how the Galaxy engine works, you're always going to have a ton of sources in your Digimon. So if you ever go into this guy, you're basically guaranteed to bot deck 2 of your opponent's Digimon. And then when attacking once per turn, if you have a Tamer, this Digimon unsuspends. That is mandatory, so you do want to order your effects when you are suspending. I've had that guy with the Huan-kun inheritable, and Huan-kun is optional, so you'd want to swing with him, unsuspend from his own effect, and then swing again, and then trigger the Huan-kun effect, unsuspend him again. That is something that can come up, so I wanted to mention it. This guy is way better than Paladin mode in my opinion. Your only real reason for still wanting to run Paladin over this is to keep yourself from decking out, which I didn't really see any issues with through my matches that I played / testing. Like, yes, you do draw a bunch of cards, but I never really had an issue where I was like, oh man, I need to chill out, I'm about to deck myself out. So I don't think it's necessary to warn a spot anymore, considering just how good this card is in the deck, because it evos for cheaper. So like, even if you're not evoing into it for free, it's usually probably not going to pass turn. And then also, this is a much better blast evo because it actually is removal as opposed to just stripping sources, and removal is obviously way better on a blast card than just literally anything else. But yeah, just 2 of those. And then onto our Tamers. Hey, you guessed it, 4 of a card needs to be errated and or banned. Ko and Sayo, a 4-cost Tamer. It is a memory setter. On play / main, by suspending this Tamer and placing the top card of one of your Light Fang or Night Claw trait Digimon as that Digimon's bottom source, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand without paying the cost. Something really cool about this effect is I did not realize it in my testing. However, in one of my matches, and I will be posting my matches for this deck in the coming days, once those go live, they will be in the pinned comment below. But something that did not come up in testing that happened while playing, if this gets checked out of security, you can trigger the on play. I actually evoed into a MirageGaogamon on my opponent's turn for free, bounced their only body on the field, and stole turn from them. That is absolutely disgusting. This card something needs to happen to this card / this entire engine, because this is just ridiculous. I never felt like I was doing anything remotely fair when I was playing this deck against people. But yeah, just 4 of these. You have enough search power to where you're going to see it because it is a a Light Fang trait. So you search it off of all of your level 4 searchers, and you draw a bunch of cards, so like you'll see it. And if it's even better if it's in your security. And then 4 options for Wisteria Memory Boost, also from the LM set. A 3-cost option. Red also meets this card's color requirements, so don't worry about the fact that we're playing a red Tama. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add a blue or red Digimon card among them to the hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck. Then put this card in the battle area. And then main, delay, gain 2 memory. Security, place this card in the battle area. So it is a memory boost card that searches blue and or red, or blue or red I should say, there is no and that is the reason why I'm not playing any other rookies. I think this is way better than playing Ukomon, so I just cut Ukomon completely, put this card in. This card is way better. Your opponent checks out of security, that's 2 extra memory. You play this on your turn, next turn you get 2 extra memory. It helps search for all of your non-engine pieces, which is cool, because anytime you search, you can only search for Galaxy Engine cards. Besides this card can search any card in the deck besides the Tamer or itself, and that's all you really need. It's really cool to be able to search this guy and tell your opponent GLHF if you have a Mega on the field and they're about to swing at you. But yeah, this Super good. More consistency this deck did not need. Yeah, just 4 of these. But that is it for the list. Like I said, I will be posting my matches using this deck in the coming days. This did win a members only poll for what I played at my locals. If you're interested in voting in future polls, consider becoming a member. The link for that or the join button should be where the subscribe button used to be if you're already a subscriber. But if you guys have any questions, anything I didn't address, feel free to leave them down in the comments. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.